Navigating Grief with Your Congregation, a Christian Counselor's Toolkit. Grief, the experience of loss, is a universal human emotion. It washes over us in waves after the passing of a loved one, the ending of a relationship, or the loss of a dream. While grief is a natural and healthy process, it can feel overwhelming, especially within the safe haven we expect our faith community to be. The support and love offered by a church family are invaluable during times of grief. However, navigating the complexities of loss can be challenging within a faith setting. Questions about God's plan, feelings of anger or doubt, and the sheer intensity of grief can leave individuals feeling isolated within their own community. This is where Christian counselors can play a crucial role. By offering empathetic support and a Christ-centered perspective, they can equip individuals with the tools they need to navigate their grief journey within the loving embrace of their faith community. Understanding grief, a journey, not a destination. Grief, the emotional response to loss, is more than just sadness. It's a complex tapestry woven with a multitude of emotions, including sadness, a deep sense of longing and sorrow for the person or thing that has been lost. Anger, frustration, and resentment can arise towards the circumstances of the loss or even towards God. Guilt, second guessing our actions or feeling we could have done something differently. Confusion, disbelief, shock, and a struggle to understand the reality of the loss. These emotions can ebb and flow throughout the grieving process, making it a highly personal journey. The often cited stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance provide a framework but don't necessarily represent a linear path. Individuals may experience these stages in a different order or revisit some emotions repeatedly. The impact of grief on faith. Grief can profoundly impact an individual's faith. Here's how. Doubts and questions. Why did God allow this to happen? Is my faith strong enough? These doubts are normal and don't signify a lack of faith. Anger towards God. Feeling betrayed or abandoned by God is a common reaction to loss. It's important to acknowledge these feelings and express them in a healthy way. Difficulty with traditional practices. Prayer and participation in church activities might feel hollow or uncomforting during times of grief. Be patient with yourself and allow space for your faith to adapt and grow with your grief. Remember, God understands our grief. The Psalms are filled with expressions of sorrow and doubt. Through Christian counseling, individuals can find healthy ways to express these emotions and explore how their faith can provide comfort and strength during their grief journey. Supporting grieving members of your congregation, walking alongside them in faith. As a Christian leader or member of a faith community, you can play a vital role in supporting those navigating the difficult terrain of grief. Here are some practical ways to show compassion. Active listening, be present, listen without judgment, and allow them to express their emotions freely. Sometimes, simply having a safe space to share their pain is immensely healing. Compassionate actions. Offer practical support like preparing meals, helping with childcare, or errands. These acts of service alleviate some of the burden and demonstrate your genuine care. Sharing memories. Encourage others to share stories about the deceased. Recalling happy memories can bring comfort and keep the person's spirit alive within the community. Recognizing complicated grief. While grief is a natural process, sometimes it can become overwhelming and lead to complicated grief. Here are some signs to watch for. Prolonged, intense grief. If months or even years have passed and the intensity of grief remains unchanged, hindering daily life, it may be a sign of complicated grief. Difficulty. Functioning. The individual may struggle to maintain relationships, work responsibilities, or even basic self-care routines. Isolation and withdrawal. They may withdraw from social activities and isolate themselves, further deepening their pain. If you recognize these signs, gently encourage the grieving individual to seek professional help from a Christian counselor. A therapist with a faith-based perspective can provide specialized support and help them navigate the complex emotions associated with grief while drawing strength from their faith. Remember, your role is to offer unwavering support and guide individuals towards appropriate resources. A Christian counselor can equip them with the tools they need to heal, move forward in their grief journey, and continue to experience the love and comfort of their faith community.